Southern Baptist Convention in Dallas, Texas. We're having a good time on the second day. We met up with Pastor James Westmoreland from Oklahoma. Glad to have him as a friend and as a customer here. Pastor Westmoreland, how did you enjoy your first couple of days here?
Oh, it's been great. We've had a good time renewing old friendships and getting to see family that have come as well, and then being encouraged by the great worship and the good conference so far, the pastor's conference. We're ready to enjoy the convention.
Stewart signs, we think we tie in with local churches and the gospel ministry with outdoor signs. We just try to find out who has an interest in using a new sign in the gospel ministry and hear their goals. So we heard from Pastor Westmoreland earlier this year. Maybe you can tell us what part of your goals were for any kind of new sign.
Well, when I got to our community, we realized that we didn't have any way of communicating, even what time our worship services were, anything that was going on. In fact, in small communities, particularly where we live, it's almost like you have to already know what's going on and be a part of the community to understand that we're even a church. And even it had some new members say that had lived in the community their entire life, let us know that, to be honest with you, they saw this building, didn't even know it was a church until they began to go. So we knew we needed some signage, and that was an issue for us. And so we began to do the exploration. I had contacted Stewart Signs years ago, looking at a sign, and sometimes the cost is a little bit scary when you start to think about what it costs to do that kind of thing. But just felt like it was what we needed to do, so I called you and began that conversation to put up a sign.
And I recall you kind of decided on your own to bump up to the next level.
Yes.
We talked about what other LED signs were like and what ones had done a good job. And they asked just a little question about how they could step up to another level of clarity and brightness.
Right.
And do you think that was worth it to you to go from the, what you call kind of the standard 20 millimeter up to the 10 millimeter?
Absolutely. If we're going to spend the money and do the outlay, you need to get the very best you can get and be able to have a sign that's clear, very readable. And I really appreciate when we were talking and discussing the whole issue, you really designed it for our particular area and where we get the maximum traffic flow and folks going through and we're able to read it. And so you even recommended stepping down the size for where we were, which helped us with the cost, but still it gave us some real clarity and some real ability to communicate. So,
between your church folks in the community, anybody else, what have you heard about what you've done out there with your new sign? What's it given you the ability to do?
Well, it's given us a lot of ability. First of all, to just let people know what's going on, the ministries that we have, the times our doors are open. But also, we've even had people say, hey, it's really nice to be able to drive down and see what the temperature is and so forth, and just, little things like that. But we have had, really, to be honest with you, so many people that have just simply said, hey, we love your sign. It looks really, really good. We're very impressed. Had some churches call and say, how much did you spend? And want to know about our sign too. So I don't know if you've had any calls from them, but the other thing was that we really felt like it was important for our sign not to look like a commercial sign. We're not a business, and the thing that we've heard, even from people who are not church members, is that what they like is the fact that our sign blends with our building and it looks like it's always been there. And yet it's very informative and very helpful. So it's been great for us. I've had 0 negative comments.
Praise the Lord.
Even on the spending of the money.
One more thing I did want to ask, as you mentioned, the last year and a half, our Sign Command cloud-based software, a lot of our customers have liked it. I heard you say some things. Do you want to tell some folks what they could expect from what Sign Command can do for you?
Sure. One of the things is if you have a sign and you can't run it, it's a little bit of a problem. But we have found that the things that we are able to do very, very quickly, anybody with some just basic computer skills, by looking at the tutorials online, can really just jump in and from the get-go just get it going. And so we've had great success and very little issues. We had discussed whether we could communicate through a tree.
Yes.
We're communicating through 2 trees with lots of leaves, and we don't have a bit of problems. And so we're doing really well. So we found it's very, very user friendly. So we like it.
Appreciate your business. We love to partner with local churches in their community, and this is the best way we can do it. And thank you, Pastor Westmoreland. Appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for your help. It was a breeze. Appreciate it.